Yesterday, I uploaded a very scathing review of the Fit app and their rowing offering. And once I'd put it up there, it dawned on me that I'm kind of being a little bit rude here because I review all these apps and actually I do this RowAlong thing as well. So I'm just going to take a look at my own channel in a very honest way and give myself a review. Hi there and welcome along to another workout for you to row along to. Where have you been? Now I can actually make this a very short review and just say I talk a lot. Whether it's too much is kind of up to you as the user, but I certainly talk a lot. During the workout itself, I'm constantly talking about technique or motivation or my love of Van Halen or whatever in order to keep you company during the row. But it must be said that I know that my intros and outros are probably a little bit on the long side. I actually sat my daughter Holly down to do one of my rows one day. Hi there, it's Bring Your Kid to Work Day. And I just saw her like this, waiting for me to get through the intro where I describe what it is that we're doing that day, what the purpose of it is, etc.
And that is our 5-minute workout done now.
And then when it gets to the back end of the workout, especially my older workouts, I just sit here and I rant about some kind of motivation or training subject.
Stretchy John has just appeared.
Nowadays, I've then added in a stretching element to that so that while I'm ranting, we're going through some stretches together. So I'm trying to look at the fact that I do have these very kind of bloated intros and outros, but hopefully the workouts themselves, the stuff that I'm talking about, is then of interest. Now, I do kind of figure that eventually just this constant voice in your ear ends up like white noise. The stuff that I'm saying is just there to kind of keep you going through the workout. And so what I try to do is put in a little bit of information about technique, a little bit of information about motivation, and then I'll kind of depart for a while and either I'll unpack something that I know you're not really going to be listening to, but it's just to have that kind of, like I say, white noise, that thing to just keep you going through a workout. And this is very much by design. When I first thought, hey, I want to make a rowing channel, I looked at the competitors, I looked at the other people that are out there and what they were doing. And so I thought there's enough guys that come in and say, hey crew, let's row together, or hey, let's go. Okay, we didn't need somebody else like that. So I found a little niche of the fact that I just wanted to be just like someone that was rowing next to you, just having a conversation, just trying to get you through a row. And I know that's not for everybody. I know that people really do need that bombastic platitude thing thrown at them. That I think that something like when, like hydro or even the Peloton row, when that comes along, it really is going to appeal for a certain kind of little Venn diagram of people that are going to really enjoy that. I think there are people out there that are looking for that Apple Fitness idea of just having someone say, let's row for a while, and they don't really care about technique. They don't really care about their stroke rates and stuff. So I decided just to make my RowAlong workouts thing for that niche of people that really don't need someone shouting at them. They do want to focus a little bit on the rowing. They do want to improve their technique and stuff. And so therefore, that kind of lends itself to the fact that I talk all the way through the workout. So
don't worry, it's a little more fun than it sounds. Now today's workout is one that I love because it works for everybody.
As to what I offer, well, I think it's relatively comprehensive here on RowAlong. I give you, obviously there's these little standalone videos where I'm reviewing apps and things. There's then standalone workouts, which is just, I want to do a hard interval workout. So you can just go into the hard playlist and you can find a tough workout from there.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do 8 45-second intervals with 30 seconds rest in between. That's hardly any rowing, I hear you say to yourself.
Or there's the plans, there's like the 500 meter plan, there's the 1K plan, 2K, 5K, 10K plan that you can then jump into and do something longer. So I'm hoping that what I've given here is a relatively comprehensive range of different workouts to do. But of course, if you disagree with that and you want something else, please do get in touch because I don't know what you want. The other thing is camera angles. I film everything as a side-on shot during my RowAlong workouts. It's just one shot and I row. And the reason I do that is so that it's easier for you to follow me for stroke rate. So if I'm rowing at 20 strokes a minute and you're not used to rowing at 20 strokes a minute, you can just watch me and you can get the timing, the rhythm right for that fast drive and the slower return by seeing me do it on screen. But for these apps like Apple Fitness and like the Fit app that I reviewed, they're constantly cutting around different angles. So you're doing a face-on, you're going behind, you're going side and stuff. It's a lot harder to lock into the rhythm of the instructor in front of you. And although it only really takes about 30 seconds to a minute to kind of get into that stroke rate, and then you're probably fine, you don't have to watch it anymore, due to the amount of times that through workouts I change stroke rate, I think it's probably more important that I remain with this side on shot rather than cutting around the camera angles.
And we're off. 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember to count these.
The next thing is music. So what you'll notice is that within my RowAlong workouts, there's only really 2 or 3 workouts that actually have music accompanying them. So it's basically just me talking the whole time, which has been described by some people as dry. Oh, poor me. But what I do is I leave this open so that it's just my voice for the row, and then you can put on your own music. So I know it's quite hard on an iPhone, you can't really dual YouTube and something else, but if you're watching on a computer, you can have me going, but you can also have background music through iTunes or something at the same time. Rather than me just putting on a whole bunch of dance beats or whatever, and you're like, I really don't like this music, I give you the option to do it. So I know it will lose some people because they'd rather have music and not be faffing around, but I'd still rather give people the option. And it must be said that the new series, the RowAlong Adventures that I've been making, actually addresses quite a lot of what I've been talking about today.
I seem to have got sucked into my phone again.
Because I get into the row a lot quicker. There's then music during the row.
There we go, we're inside. We're gonna hit upload, and that will send us back to the real world.
I'm not talking about rowing technique and motivation the whole way. I'm telling you a story, like we're traveling through space, or we're rowing down the Amazon, or we're trapped inside my phone and stuff. And then at the end of it, it's just like, right, we're done, off, bye. So I am trying to address all this, and it has music with it as well. So it's got accompanying like space music or Amazon music and stuff. So hopefully that's going to kind of address that side of it as well. But I'm very, very aware that I am in my little subset here, and certainly when I look at the subscriber numbers, the viewer numbers of what I do versus Training Tall and Dark Horse, who I see as the kind of the 2 big leading folks that do online kind of rowing workouts and reviews and things. And yes, I named them. I never normally name them because I don't want you to go looking for them. But you look at what they get tens, hundreds of thousands of views. So they are doing something that people want, obviously. In order for them to get those subscribers and those views, then they are getting it right. But I'm not going to change what I do, okay? So I'm really hoping that people will get in touch and give me more feedback and say what they like and they don't like, and then I'm going to change from that. But I'm not going to suddenly take my t-shirt off, row here, top, nobody wants that, with all these platitudes and just going to say, come on, we can go, and then do it in silence with music playing, because that's not what I do, and we don't need another channel that way. We don't need someone else doing it, because Shane and Austin do it perfectly well in Dark Horse and Training Tall. There's no point. I'll never compete with them doing what they do, because they're better at it than me. But my little subset, my little niche of me just talking away in a very kind of friendly, I'm just your rowing buddy next to you, hey, let's go for a row together, and let's talk technique and motivation or whatever. Hopefully that works for enough people. And because I'm a small enough channel, it means that if you were to get in touch with me, if you email me and say I've got a question, you get a reply from me. But if you want a little change, and if it's going to make more people watch it, then I'll happily do it. Because after all, listen, I'm happy being smaller than the top guys, but I'd love to be as big as the top guys. So anything I can do to get more people to watch, to improve what I'm doing, please just leave me a comment below, all right? So I hope you made all the way to the end. I know this is a very kind of self-facing, self-indulgent video to make, but I did want to really be a little bit fair and recognize the faults in what I do here, and kind of not make it sound like I am the one that judges everybody, because I can judge myself the same, okay? So do check out, if you've never seen them before, some of my RowAlong workouts or my other app reviews and things up here on the channel. Until then, please take care, be well, bye-bye.